Have a great day, everyone. This is Dr. Romel Emazaran from the College of Industrial Technology, Batangas State University, JPLPC Malvar, Batangas, Philippines. This time, I'm going to present to you my paper entitled The Union of Positive and Negative Polarities in the Tale of Love and Madness. To present to you the abstract of my paper. This paper examine the value of stylistics in literary understanding and interpretation. Literary text is a language with its form, purpose, and meaning. In addition, this set of standards in literary text varies according to style. So stylistics in literature, as another category of linguistics, has been the center of this analysis to solely determine the place of interpretation of a literary text. This literary text analysis is anchored on stylistics and objective criticism to determine and understand and interpret the relevance of the text with regard to its form, purpose, meaning, and style. This attempt is a text-based analysis which examines the literary text or the poem, the tale of love and madness. Keywords of the study: stylistics, text-based analysis, extreme polarities, tale, character, and virtue. Before and after the creation of the world, sounds had been heard, produced, and imitated. Sounds, on the other hand, depict one's views that it is one's life. When people had sensed what they had heard, produced, and imitated, they tried to keep all of them a bit of the past marks, history cultivated by arts, and eventually by literature. Apparently, literature is said to be the pigment or garment of history as it tells a story before and after the creation. Poetry is a genre of literature which is intended to be read, recited, and sang. The bush In the bush of arts, sounds have been written with its representation. Sounds in poetry, or known as text, regardless the poet, appear on its form, purpose, meaning, and style. The poem, The Tale of Love and Madness, is a fiction as it describes the virtues and vices before and after the world was created. As Levi Strauss emphasized that what all humans shares by virtue of being human are the truths that exist at the level of structure by Clay, just 2004. The text poem is allegorical in form. Allegory is a strategy which can be employed in any literary form or genre. According to Abrams' 1981, allegory is a narrative in which the agents, inactions, as well as the setting are contrived to both make coherent and a sense of the literal or primary level of significance, and also to signify the second correlated order of agents, concepts, and events. Specifically, allegory of ideas, that is, the literal characters represent abstract concepts, the plot that serves to communicate a doctrine or thesis. The text in an allegory of ideas seems to be sustained throughout work, as in the tale of love and madness. Connecting the positive and negative seems to be possible in my analysis entitled The Union of Positive and Negative Polarities in the Tale of Love and Madness. Some literary features found in poem or allegory form, folktale and oral lore, way of narration, fantasy, and the motive as well. Specifically, symbols, patterns of relationships, allusions, simile through metaphorical construction, and personifications are considered in this analysis. Thus, this paper critically analyzed the text, the plot, and the verbal composition of the text, the characters of the story, and the stylistic features of the text. So I use this method. Research design has been employed in this study or this paper, which specifically use the descriptive qualitative analysis of the study. Likewise, this study is a text-based analysis that considers understanding, analysis, and interpretation relevant to text. So the text used here is the fiction, The Tale of Love and Madness. So another is intercoding. So this process has been participated by 3 experts of the language and literature, stylistics, as intercoders or critics of this paper. One PhD professor from the Philippine Normal University, Manila, and a part-time professor at the University of Santo Tomas, Manila, who is teaching different English language and literature courses, specifically stylistics. 2 PhD in English language studies, currently handling language and literature courses. So I have to present to you the extracts from the different focus of the study. So the first one is analysis of the text. First extract or passage. A long time ago, before the world was created and humans set foot on it for the first time, virtues and vices floated around and were bored, not knowing what to do. The plot and verbal compositions of the text. Based on the text, the story begins in a narration of what was all about humans before the creation of the world. It was followed by the scenario of being childish or playful, which brought chaos and destruction. Characters of the story. So extract number 2, madness was getting desperate, unable to find love. Love is one of the characters. Envious of love. Envy whispered to madness. Madness is another character. Envy is another character. You only need to find love, and love is hiding in the rose bush. So that is what envy whispered to madness. Stylistic feature of the text. The register of the text sounds to be an entertainment according to purpose, as an allegorical in form, which is said to be serious, but it can also be analyzed that the purpose of the poem is amusement. Eventually, the fantasy is also considered as reflected in the feelings of the entities or humans depicted in the text, that they find one another, maybe for companion, friendship, and loved ones. They depict some of the teenagers' perspective as they go along with their playmates and childhood friends. This situation may be considered the root of chaos, as characters or entities do not know what to do. Their childlike appearance in the text seems to be the reason of being floated and bored. This is also in contrast to the concept of creation, in which order is the main cause. But in the story of the text or poem, though they play hide and seek, chaos had been created, leading to destruction. Stylistic features of the text. Another one is the text is also considered neutral, as indicated in the shift of the manner of narration. The shift of narration is found in the following: a long time ago, Old English period, versus one day, by this time, from that day on, late to middle to modern English period. So you would see from stylistic features of the text, the narration, okay, the shift of the manner of narration. So here we go. To summarize and conclude this paper attempted to analyze the literary features of the text, specifically in a narrative text as poetry. This poem calls the attention of all the readers, specifically the unconscious mind. Madness stabbed or stuck love in a rose bush by a wooden pitchfork. Madness, strong desire to find or seek love, resulted to destruction. Love is blind because of madness, unconscious mind, uncertain and impulsive. Love is blind. Since love is the greatest of all virtues, that chaos and destruction stabbing love in the rose bush made him blind. Who made love blind? It is because of the envious character or the attitude and behavior of envy, who whispered to madness. Madness would never repair love's eyes. By madness, guilt, and conscience, he asked love how he could repair his eyes. Morally speaking, and madness has become love's guide. This is something that madness can do for love instead of bringing love's eyes back or repairing love's eyes. Finally, the positive and negative polarities are united in the virtue of love. In the Filipino sense of values in stylistics analysis published by Panelo 2015, forgiveness is being highlighted as one of the moral ethical values, morally and ethically proper for the Filipino people, where Miguel Sijuco, as an author of the novel, analyzed, narrated that the character of the story wants the society who are full of hatred, anger, and bitterness to realize the importance of forgiveness. For Miguel knows that only by unloading all the burdens, form one's heart will be set free. Panelo added that Miguel believes that his passion for social transformation could be best achieved when all his bad things in life will be abandoned and will be surrendered. With that, madness and love live happily ever after. This paper calls for further analysis of the text that would concentrate or concern on the psychological attitudes and behavior of individuals. Okay, students, attitudes, teenagers, adolescents, whose experiences are relevant in the moral transformation. Thus, an attempt about gender and equality and stereotyping can also be made in the future stylistics analysis and interpretation. Thank you guys, and I hope you enjoy the presentation and the whole conference. God bless, guys.